This is Richard Carranza, and I'm at the AR/VR conference here in Houston, interviewing Tom Symonds with Immerse company. And Tom, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do for Immerse?
Great to be here, Richard, in the World Energy Capital. So I'm Tom, I'm the CEO of Immerse. I've been passionate about the world of immersive learning for about 8 years now, and have been developing with my clever team, based out of London mainly, trying to figure out how you can use technology to improve training and assessment across multiple sectors, but always with a big focus on energy.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Well, what kind of new things have you got cooking over there at Immerse?
Well, I think one of the things we've tried to do is figure out how can we deliver a training experience that closely represents the real world of work for people working in very high-risk, high-pressure sectors. And of course, the combination of using a graphical interface, replicating these situations and environments in 3D, and being able to bring in multiple people in real time from different locations. So as an example, you're a trainer based in Houston and you want to train someone who might be based out of London or Paris. And so those two people can come together in real time and interact and have a really meaningful, powerful conversation together. And so that has been the big driver of our solution. And of course then it's gone on to develop into something even more sophisticated with a huge focus on data and trying to capture data that really not only proves whether someone is competent to perform a task, but then also really trying to understand more about the task itself and using that data to optimize the way that business processes are run in the enterprise.
Yeah, I can understand that. There's a lot of talk these days about, about training and getting people certified that they are trained before they will actually be allowed to do the work. But you know what? Down here in Houston, we're about energy, right? And of course, my website is called Houston Energy Industry News. So what have you got for us here in the energy industry, and particularly in Houston? What do you see as being something that really fits with us hand in glove, you might say?
Well, I think because of the real concentration of energy businesses here, and I think because we've been very successful in winning Shell as a first client and really focused with Shell on the assessments field, particularly in upstream, we have now a great reference client, and so we are using, as a small business, we're using that as a way of trying to break into businesses of the same size as Shell, companies like BP, for example, but then actually more medium-sized businesses too, delivering a solution that's really affordable. So something that can help these companies drive cost out of the business, particularly as it looks like the price of oil is perhaps heading downward. That's becoming an ever bigger concern. And that's what our platform can really help these companies do.
Yeah, I myself am a chemical engineer and I work in the industry. I see so much new technology out here, but when I get out to the plant site, we're just back to pencil and paper and making pictures of this and that and climbing up on top of towers without any training, the fact being that I haven't seen any of this stuff for real in my own life, is this still sort of in an infancy period? Is it still in that?
Yeah,
in
look,
that?
I think it's a very fair question. I think one of the things about this conference, and you can see it from the room that we're exhibiting in, you've probably got nearly 40 businesses here doing different things with either VR technology or AR technology. Now, I'd say 2 years ago, there maybe would have only been 10 companies. We would have been one of them, but we've always been a bit too early, and it's not a surprise to know that you are discovering this for the first time. But the space is now really beginning to take off, and that's partly because the hardware is becoming more powerful, more affordable, and more scalable.
That is true. The last time I knew the name of any of this hardware, it was called a Pentium. So I think we probably progressed quite far past that. But Tom, it's been great talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming over.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.